To say welcome back to my channel. My name is AC Kokui and I have a new video for you today. We're getting into a story time. I haven't done a story time in a while, but I just felt like I kind of talk about this on my channel all the time, like, oh, I have arthritis, oh, I have arthritis, but I've never really explained how I got arthritis. So we're gonna get into the story time, but if you are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that jazz. Let's get into it. Okay, so I actually have rheumatoid arthritis, not just regular arthritis, rheumatoid, so it affects my joints and my lungs and all of the things, right? And so that's why I really can't be around smoke like that. I don't do well in the winter time at all, and it sucks that I mean, it doesn't suck because I'm the one that chooses to live out in San Francisco, but San Francisco weather is not great with my arthritis. Like, my joints feel so sore. They feel so sore, it hurts, and it's just a very uncomfortable feeling. I can't wear heels and so many other things that come along with this rheumatoid arthritis journey. But yeah, let's actually get into how this even happened for me and why I have to live my life like this. Freshman year of college, I went to school at San Francisco State University, and I grew up in a very strict household. So when I got to college, I was outside, okay? I was outside every single day. But yeah, so that was what was happening, and I don't know how I exactly got it. So it started from an infection. During December, November time, I went to some type of concert, some type of festival, something like that. It wasn't a festival, but it was a concert for sure. And yeah, I was outside, I was yelling, and I lost my voice. That is the only time I could think that I had some type of sickness, because they were like, did you get sick? When was the last time you were sick? And I'm like, I don't know. The last time I was sick or whatever is when I lost my voice. And they're like, maybe that's when it happened, because as I'm gonna get more into what the doctor said later, but just remember that I went to something in December, November time. Sorry, that happened in November, December of 2013. Now we're in February 2014. Okay, months later. And I was volunteering with this high school. We were helping out with their Black History Month celebration and all of that. And so I was there all day. Well, I was eating breakfast back in the day, so I don't know if I ate breakfast, but I don't think I ate that whole day. They didn't feed us, which is fine, but they didn't feed us. And then the person, oh my gosh, all of this is coming to me. The person that was supposed to drive us back to Essex State left us. We had to take the bus back. It was a very long bus ride. I'm over here like dying because I'm just really hungry. Really hungry. I don't know what type of hunger this is, but I am so hungry. But then my friends wanted to go out that night. The plan was to go out that night. I think it was a Friday night or a Saturday night. And the plan was to go out, but I needed my nails done. Okay. And my priority was to go get my nails done over eating, because I was just like, should I go and eat or should I go get my nails done? If I don't get my nails done, I'm not going out tonight. And everyone was like kind of feeling the same way, because they were also hungry, but they were like, oh, you gonna go get your nails done? Maybe I should go get my nails done. So we obviously, priorities in college, we went to go get our nails done. And that took about an hour. We finally made it to Chipotle after. I ate. I started to feel a little bit better. I took some medicine because I think I had a headache. I wasn't feeling well. Then we go out. We finally are ready. We go out to that night. I believe it was an alpha party, and so it was a good time. I remember that they were throwing dollar bills down from the balcony. I got a couple of dollars that night, and I was happy. I was content with that. But then there was a fight. There were fights, not just one. People started fighting each other, and it got a little crazy. Not gonna name any organizations or names or whatever, but the sorority sisters were fighting each other. Some of the men's were fighting each other, and it just got really bad. And our ride for the night, our rides, and this is a different ride, you guys. Our ride for the night was one of the main people getting in an argument, okay? And he would not stop. And I'm like, what if we have to get home. But he was over here yelling, trying to fight the whole world. We were walking outside. He tried to fight the pedestrians that weren't even in it. It was a mess. It was a total mess. But we finally got him in the car. He was heated. He was yelling the whole way, but he drove us back. But he didn't take us exactly to our house, you guys. We didn't make it. He drove to where the person he wanted to fight's house was. So we stopped there. He got out of the car and rushed. People, my friends that were also in the car, tried to run and stop him. I'm over here hobbling because now at this point, my feet are starting to be really painful. And I'm like, oh, these heels, like, they're so uncomfortable. You know, that's why my feet hurt. Not knowing. Dun, dun, dun. There's a little more to it. So I'm over here hobbling, trying to make it to the door. Everyone's inside. As soon as I get there, door closes in my face. I'm like, all right, well, let me know when y'all are done in there. Eventually, I don't know if they fought. I think they did fight. They ended up fighting. But he left. He drove us home. I made it home safely after all of that mess. It was a mess of a day, y'all. Truly, truly. So I go to bed. I go to bed, and then I wake up the next day. I have dance practice, and I am in so much pain. My feet are in so much pain, and I'm a little sore at this point. But I'm just like, oh, that's from going out. I don't know why my feet are still in pain, but it is what it is. I go to dance practice, and I just sleep. My friend saw me. She was like, you look tired. Like, you need to go and rest. Your feet hurt. No, just go and rest in my room, because it was at her house. So I just go and sleep, and I sleep like for 4 hours. I go back to my house afterwards, and I go to bed again. I'm just so tired at this point. I wake up, I think it was Monday. Then it's the school week, right? And I wake up, and I am in so much pain, you guys. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was. I could barely get out of bed. My feet were still in a lot of pain, and at this point they were swollen. They were really swollen. I couldn't fit any shoes. Like, it was too much. I go to the health center. I get up, go to the health center, miss my classes for the day, and I need to figure out what is going on. I think I had yoga, so I missed yoga. I'm really upset about that. But go to the health center. They're running some tests or whatever. They ask me questions, and then they're like, this might be gout. And they kind of explain to me what gout is, and I'm like, I can't have chicken or fish at my wedding. Like, that was my first thought, you guys. I can't have chicken or fish at my wedding. I don't even really know what is involved in gout, but the way she was explaining it, that was my first thought. Obviously, my priorities in college, they weren't sensible. Nails over food, wedding over health, like, hello. Basically, that's what she said, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, what? And they give me antibiotics. They send me home. They have a cart come and get me from the health center and take me to my house. Well, as far as they could, because I lived, like, I literally lived across the street from state. So they could take me only to the sidewalk, and then I had to walk, which I hobbled the rest of the way home. I had friends helping me the whole time. I think the next day I've been taking the antibiotics, but things don't really feel too much better. Like, my body still hurts, all of that. But I'm just resting on the couch. And then one of my friends, my guy friends, he comes over, and I'm like, can you pick me up? Like, I need to go to the bathroom. So he, like, helps me get up, and I'm, like, screaming in his ear, and he was probably so scared, but I felt like my body was being ripped apart. Like, that's how excruciating painful it was. It was just so bad. And I'm like, no, no, no. We need to go back to the health center. So I go to the health center. I'm over there crying. My best friends are there at that point. They weren't my best friends at the time. This is how we actually became best friends. Everyone, the doctors, the nurses, the, what is it called? My friends, everyone's saying you need to go to the hospital. And I don't know for what reason I didn't want to go to the hospital, but I was just like, no, I can't go to the hospital, crying. I don't know what was wrong. So eventually we head to the hospital, and this is such a funny story. The way my friend tells it, it is so funny. But that day she was volunteering, she worked at something, or the day before she worked at something, and she got $40. And at this time we had no sense of what Uber was. I don't think it was a thing. Maybe it was in its beginning stages, but we didn't have Uber. So we had to take a taxi out to the hospital, and the taxi, the amount was exactly like $39. So she had to give all of her money that she just made. God said, you're gonna work this job, you're gonna need that $40 tomorrow for your friend. I'm sorry, you can't keep it, but she's gonna need it. And that's exactly what happened. She paid for the taxi. I get admitted into the hospital. They take me to the ER, and they run all these tests, blood tests, urine tests, all of the things, and they say they can't tell me what it is right now. They check me out. My mom comes and gets me. They check me out. She takes my friends home. I grab some clothes for the week or whatever. I don't know how long I'm going to be out. We head to my family house, or I head to my family house with my mom, and I'm there. I wake up the next day, and I think I'm in a lot of pain. I don't know what caused us to go back to the ER, but we went to the ER because I was in a lot of pain. So I go, they take more tests, but as they're taking those tests, my other test results from the other day come in, and they're like, we need to admit you into the hospital, like actually admit you in, like you need to be in a bed. And I'm like, what's going on? So I don't know what's going on at this point, but they're like, you need to go. So I get into an ambulance. They take me 15 minutes away to the hospital that can actually admit you in, which was $1,000. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'm so sorry. But yeah, so I got in the ambulance, went 15 minutes away, got admitted in. So they started me on antibiotics. The doctor comes in and says, you have a bacterial infection, it's attacking your joints, all of this stuff. Yeah, it's attacking your joints, it's spreading pretty fast, and it's been in your system for a while, and that's why it's spreading, and now it's causing some damage. So we need to stop that with these antibiotics. So I was in the hospital for about 5 days, and at the end of this, I don't remember if he told me right then and there that I had rheumatoid arthritis, or like by the end when the antibiotics were done working, then he was like, yeah, you have rheumatoid arthritis. And that's what it left me with, having that bacterial infection in my system for so long. I guess from November, December, when I lost my voice. Or it might not have, like I may not have even had symptoms of when it entered my system, but that is what happened. If I did not go to that party that day, which I really, like, after going through, like, being left by that man, being left by my friend at the time, and having to take the bus, and then not knowing if I could eat, go to the nail shop, all this stuff, like I did not want to go. I did not want to go to the party, but my friends wanted to go, and so I ended up going. If I did not go and wear those heels, I wouldn't have known. And they said if it was in my system for a couple more days, I would have, like, I don't know if I could say that on YouTube. I would have, you know, I don't know if I could say the word on YouTube, so I'm gonna just, it would have been over for me, which is crazy. So I'm so thankful all that happened because here I am today because of that. And so after that, they released me from the hospital. I lost a lot of weight just from being in the hospital for 5 days. I lost a lot of weight. Some of my body was saggy, like my butt was so saggy. I remember seeing it and like crying. Priorities, you guys. All of the things, like, it was just bad. I was out of school for about a month. That was like end of February was the party. I was out of school all of March and I returned back in April. So yeah, I was just at home trying to get better. My mom found out I had a belly button piercing. But after that, then every month following for 5 years, every single month for 5 years, I had to head to the hospital and get a penicillin shot. Every single month. And those shots were not easy. Like, it was painful. It feels like it's lotion being pushed into you. Like, it's that thick. It feels like it's a thick material being pushed into you. And so it wasn't fun. I mean, I got used to it, but it wasn't fun, and I had to get it in my butt. It was a lot, but I did it for 5 years and I was done. The only great thing about those penicillin shots was I didn't get sick for 5 years. Any disease, any bacteria, any type of cold, all of that would not even be in my system for an hour. It would be gone. I would feel like I'm getting sick. I'd feel better in an instant, like in a couple hours. I used to always be good, and then now I don't really have that anymore. That's the only thing I miss. Yeah, and that's why I'm left with a rheumatoid arthritis. It's hard, you know. It's easy to maneuver. Like, I can do a lot of things. I just have to wear the kitten heels, and I'm so glad that they are in style right now because yeah, that's all I can do. Even that, it hurts my feet. If I wear sandals that don't have support, it hurts my feet. So it is like annoying finding cute shoes that match with all of my outfits. Like, I wear a lot of sneakers, and I love sneakers. I just had to become a sneaker girl because that's what life left me with. That's the story. I don't really do too much to help with my arthritis. Yeah, it just hasn't been my focus because I thought at first the penicillin shots were supposed to be what was supposed to help it. The doctors, nobody really explains anything to you. But no, it was just so the bacteria wouldn't come back. And nobody gave me tips or anything to help with actually dealing and living with rheumatoid arthritis. So now I'm trying to do my research myself and trying to prioritize my health. So if you have any resources or any tips, please comment down below and let me know. If you are also living with rheumatoid arthritis, please let me know as well. We could have our own little support group or something like that. But yeah, that's the story of why. It's a very long, unnecessary story, but it is very necessary because it is the reason why I know what was going on, you know, why I didn't. Okay. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. I'll see you all in the next video. And if you made it this far, again, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that jazz. Bye.